Let's tell stories. Not made up fiction that we see on television. Let's tell ourselves stories. Let's make deep incisions in our hearts and tell the stories of our nations. Let's tell the story of young Chukwudi, who couldn't get a job because he had an HND. So he hustled a bit harder and read a bit longer and finally graduated with a first-class degree. And after NYSC, you just might find him by the street corner selling anything from Ekpa to Gali, in tattered clothes with wounds, revealing a malnourished tummy. But he has to move on to feed the family. What of the story of his 50-year-old mother, who wakes up each morning to rush to a nearby river with an aluminium bowl, drum roll, and she fills a truckload of sand for a pay of 1,000 naira. And by the third truck, her back aches, her knees quake. She wants to back down, but she cannot because we need the money to feed the family. What of the story of his father? For him, corruption and crime were never an option. And he stands honorable because that is his moral position. But the citizen upstanding can be found on his knees begging for his life. He is pleading, I am innocent and not guilty. Because it is easier to pin a crime on those without a dime. It is easier to pin a crime on those without a dime. But a random rich bum can skip jail because it's too risky. But a random rich bum can skip jail because it's too risky. So, Chukwudi's father is left in prison walls and down his face tears fall because he cannot cater to the needs of his family. But wait, Chukwudi's siblings we can't forget, the brightest and the smartest with no debate. They were told to go to school to get an education, but when they got to school they found infrastructural dilapidation. And on one random day, drumroll, their school grounds became their burial grounds. Their crushed remains were all that was found. Two less mouths to feed in the family. Let's tell ourselves stories, real stories. Not made up fiction that we see on television. Let's tell ourselves real stories. The cost of living is costing lives. Wealth disparity is a national calamity. Inequality is a visible deity. The lame lying is wondering if we will ever have enough food to feed for tomorrow. He is wondering if economic stability will ever be a reality. He is wailing if policies and politics will ever favor me. In short, the giant of Africa is limping and her children are falling by the wayside. But this cannot be the final story of this great amalgamated nation. You see, the Nigeria we once can exist. It is possible. It can economically be diversified from developing our livestock, our crops, and our fisheries in agriculture, right down to promoting our tourism and our rich culture. We know that success lies in our very core, in our iron ore, our gold. Recall with me our riches of old. From those that I knew, from our manufacturing, our ICT, right down to our renewable energy and the synergy of our entertainment industry. Because who dare sleeps when the Afro beats of Nigeria play? We are Nigerians and we are here to stay. We are the descendants of the Benin and the Hausa kingdoms. We are the descendants of the Ibokwenu kingdoms. We are the descendants of the Ayakanembono kingdoms. Recall with me the greatness of Oyo. Emi Omo Yoruba. We are Nigerians and we are here to stay. So, oil is just a cherry and not the entire national cake. Oil is just a cherry and not the entire national cake. The Nigeria we want must exist. It can no longer be jaga jaga. In this Nigeria we must buga. It can no longer be jaga jaga. In this Nigeria we must buga. Because we are Nigerians and we are here to stay. And that is the dream of the common man. That be you Chukudi, Tokwe or Inandi, with or without money, you must have access to your social amenities. Because we are a unified force with one manifest destiny. The greatness of the continent is who we are. We are Nigerians and we are here to stay. The green, white, green is who we are. We are Nigerians. Because when Nigeria wakes up, the continent rises. So dear leaders, now you have been prepared to lead us. So whether we be discussing politics, policies, or the power of words, that you may lead us and do right by us and be upstanding and be outstanding when it comes to your character, your competence, and your capacity. So on your marks, get set and go and be leaders disruptive. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Esinet Kolade, everyone.